Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Polo Club do Domaine de Chantilly. Here we are entering PGH 1, field PGH 1 for the second contest of the day with defending champions Talandracas taking on Shockemohle. Following the recent win by ESO over Tedelu in extra checker, here we are entering the second game of the day. Shockemohle will be playing on yellow as they traditionally do, while Talandracas with their pink jersey. And here we are entering the contest. The lineups for today: number 1 for Talandracas, Hughes Camignac, Rufino Benzadon, Juan Martín Zubia and Eduard, the very same lineup as in 2022. For Shockemohle, Daniel Deisler, Oli Kork, Patrick Malaiske and Martincito Aguerre, 16 goals apiece. 5 checkers will be played today. The previous game between ESO and Tedelu was decided in extra checker by a goal scored by Facundo Sola. And here we are with the second contest of the day. Jason Dixon, Henry Fisher will be umpiring this game. The third man will be Ben Turner, also from the HPA. And of course, following this game, we're going to have Emblor and Los Dragones Rouge closing the day, the very busy opening day of the Open de France. There we are with Hughes Camignac saying hi to all the players from Shockemohle, playing in this Open de France again as they did last year. And we're live on Polo Line TV worldwide with this Open de France, this record-breaking Open de France. 18 teams have entered the main draw. And of course, all the news from Polo around the world on our social media, on Instagram at Polo Line OK, on Facebook at Polo Line INT. You can send us your messages to tell us where you are tuning us from. So here we are, as we said before, Talandracas are title holders, and they are playing in this year's competition with the very same lineup as in 2022. Last year they have an amazing Juan Martín Zubia, who was the MVP, and now he is back in business with the Talandracas, and of course supported by the sideline by Santiago Flaco Gastambide, who's been around Talandracas for around 30 years now. So now the last words by the officials before the kickoff. 5 checkers will be played, 7 minutes plus 30 seconds each of the checkers. And all set to kick off the game. And now Martincito Aguerre in the back of the lineup, trying to pick it up. Nice pick up now by Rufino Benzadon, ready to take it all the way to the other end. Rufino trying to enter the danger zone, followed by Patrick Malaiske. Here comes Rufino Benzadon, the under the neck approach. The goal by Rufino Benzadon to score very quickly the first goal of the day after an amazing season in England, playing for Dubai, where he reached the final of the British Open. He is now again with Talandracas. He went to Deauville and now back in Chantilly, and Rufino scores to make it 1-0 for Talandracas. Also, he will have a great challenge in Argentina later this year. He will be joining Alegría. And now Rufino again very quickly picking the ball in the lineup. Once again the approach a little bit open to the right hand side. Here comes Rufino Benzadon to extend the lead. The approach there, the ball stays in behind, the final tapping, and the ball ended up going wide to the left hand side. And Shockemohle will be resuming from the back. How quick Rufino Benzadon was after having won the ball in the lineup. And now Martín Aguerre ready to resume the play from the back. Challenge there by Rufino. Long approach by Martín Aguerre. The ball passing by and covering the field is going to be Hughes Camignac. The back shot there by Talandracas number 1, linking with Juan Martín Zubia. Here comes Juan Martín. Marked very closely by Oli Cork. Juan Martin again. Leaving it for Rufino. Nice bonding between these two. And here comes Rufino Benzadon. Leaving it for Juan Martin. Juan Martin Subia. Leading the play for Talandracas. Open to the right hand side. The under the neck approach. The ball passing by. And Juan Martin Subia extending the lead for the pink jersey team to make it 2-0 in this beginning of the game. Here again, Juan Martin Subia scoring, and it's 2-0. And now back to the center to resume the play. Covering the ball was Martincito Aguirre. Here comes Martin. Martin Aguirre, chased by Rufino Benzadon. Nice action there by Aguirre. And an even better marking by Rufino Benzadon. But there he was. Martincito very quickly to pick it up again. Coming from behind was Hughes coming in. And now Martin trying to find a good position. And to hit it goes still Martincito. The marking by Rufino Benzadon. A whistle. And let's see. What's the decision here? By the officials. Martincito trying to enter the danger zone. He ended up being fouled, and there's going to be a penalty too in favor of Shockemohle. Patrick Maleske placing the ball. Here comes Patrick Maleske from 30 yards. This penalty too taken by the German player. He scores. He closes the gap. Now it's 2-1 to Talandracas. And now again, trying to pick it up, Oli Cork. Giving some continuity there, looking for Martin Aguirre, who was standing up front. Covering the field was Rufino Benzadon. Nice action there by Rufino. Now Juan Martin, who will be back playing for La Ensenada later this year in Argentina, with the very same team as in 2021. And now Rufino Benzadon, leading his team from the back, bonding really well with Juan Martin Subia. Here comes Subia. Another approach over the midfield line. Taking this opportunity for Talandracas, leading the pace. The ball stayed in behind. And now Martin Aguirre. Martincito from the balls to the center. Another approach by Martin Aguirre. And the whistle when Oli Cork was also trying to enter the play. The time is out. Let's see. Martin Aguirre with the ball there. Oli Cork trying to enter the play. The approach there by Rufino. And the whistle. So let's see to which mark they are taking this one. While we have now Henry Fisher and Jason Dixon now having a word with Juan Martin Subia. And now the chance for Shockemohle halfway through the checker to set the equalizer. Placing the ball now, Patrick Maleske next to Martin Aguirre. Patrick just scored on the other end, penalty 2. So now let's see how does it go on this one. So penalty 3, 40-yard hit in favor of Shockemohle. Here goes Patrick Maleske, and the ball goes wide to the right-hand side, and therefore Talandracas remain on the lead in this game, 2-1. Some words there between Juan Martin Subia and Rufino Benzadon. Very interesting to see the way they will be setting up the system for this season. Last year, Hughes Kaminiak had an amazing impact on the game. So let's see how both he and his father will react to this season. Rufino Benzadon giving some continuity to link with Hughes Kaminiak. Here he enters. Hughes Kaminiak entering the danger zone. The approach there a little bit open to the right hand side. The under the neck approach by Hughes Kaminiak, showing why he was so important last year and showing why he's so important to the development of this system for Talandracas. And therefore, in the first checker, he already scores, and now it's 3-1 to Talandracas. Still a couple of minutes remaining in this opening checker of the game. The tapping there by Juan Martin, who ended up winning the ball in the throw-in. The ball passing by and now trying to link with Rufino. The ball stays a little bit short and very quickly Martin Aguirre was on top of it. The back shot there on the near side, and now Juan Martin Subia. Nice angle by Juan Martin Subia, trying to enter the danger zone, setting the opportunity for Talandracas, ready to hit at goal. Oli Cork coming from a different angle, and the whistle to stop the game. Let's take a look again at what just happened. Juan Martin setting the pace there. The marking by Oli Cork, who ended up committing a foul. And I think it's going to be a penalty too in favor of Talandracas. To extend the lead. Juan Martin looking for his second goal today. And this is the first penalty attempt for Talandracas in the game. Juan Martin Subia from Trenquelauquen in Argentina, son of Martin Subia, and here he comes, ready to take this penalty too. Juan Martin Subia from 30 yards. Juan Martin scoring to extend the lead in favor of Talandracas. Second goal today, scored by Subia, captain of this Talandracas side. And now it's 4-1 when we're entering the final stages of checker number 1. Daniel Deisler and now Patrick Malayski. Nice turning by Patrick. The marking by Rufino Benzadon, who was coming from behind, and now Eduard also trying to pick it up, and on the turning Juan Martin Subia ready to make one more move before the end of the checker. The ball passing by, looking for Hughes Kaminiak, who was entering the play. Nice approach by Hughes Kaminiak, open to the right hand side. The final tapping, and Patrick Malayski with a great saving the day. Taking some time now, coming to pick it up was Martin Aguirre. Martincito giving some continuity when we listen to the first bell, and here comes Patrick Malayski. Another approach, nice opportunity for Shockemohle to score before the end of check number 1, and now Juan Martin Subia taking care of the ball. The open back shot to link with Rufino. Here comes Rufino Benzadon. Challenge there by Oli Cork, taking some time, saving the ball. This is the last move of checker number 1. The entry there by Martin Aguirre. There was a whistle, therefore there was a foul. We're gonna take a look at the replay before going to a break. Juan Martin ready to pick it up. Martincito crossing there. So Talandracas is on the lead 4-1 over Shockemohle, and after the break we'll be back from Chantilly with check number 2.
La passion. La compétence. L'exclusivité. le choix dans chaque détail. Le goût des dépassements des soi, du challenge. L'attrait pour la compétition, dans ce qu'elle a de plus noble. L'esprit d'équipe pour atteindre un objectif commun.
Autant de valeurs que Engelfögers partage avec l'univers du polo et autant de valeurs que nos conseillers Engelfögers défendent chaque jour sur leur terrain d'expertise. Être à votre écoute, vous accompagner et vous satisfaire, c'est notre challenge en chaque instant.
So here we are back in Chantilly, ready to enter checker number 2. There we are with Nikki Sen and Lolota Noira. Following the game, Amanara will be making the debut on Sunday, I believe. And there's going to be a penalty in favor of Talandracas following that last minute foul at the end of checker number 1. And here we are with Rufino Benzadon ready to take it. There was a penalty attempt in the first checker scored by Juan Martín Subilla from 30 yards, and now the second one for Talandracas. Here comes Rufino, who will be joining Alegría in Argentina for the qualification alongside Benja Panelo, Santi Cernadas and Fred Mannix. Interesting team. There will be 9 teams playing in the qualification. And of course, before the Triple Crown, the Jockey Club Open will be live on Polo Line TV, so stay tuned. Still waiting for a couple of the players to join. We're gonna take a look at what happened at the end of the checker. Rufino Benzadon here. Then we're going to see Juan Martín. And the foul call against Martín Aguirre. So ready to enter checker number 2. Talandracas is on the lead 4-1. Title holders Talandracas. And we're gonna have penalty 3. 40-yard hit in favor of Talandracas to kick off checker number 2 in the best possible way. And here comes Rufino Benzadon to take it. Here comes Rufino Benzadon from 40 yards and the ball goes wide to the left. So Shockemohle will be resuming from the back. So Patrick Maleiske with the ball here. The German player who scored for his team during the first checker. The ball passing by, linking really well with Martín Aguirre. Here comes Martincito. The ball passing by, long approach by Martín Aguirre to release Oli Cork in attack. Here comes Oli Cork entering the danger zone now on the near side, trying to hit a goal. The saving by Rufino Benzadon. Closing the game from board to board. Now again, Oli leaving it for Patrick Maleiske. Challenge now by Rufino Benzadon. Patrick here turning. Nice approach by Patrick and the marking by Rufino Benzadon, and here lies a new opportunity for Talandracas. Rufino ready to set the counter-attacking opportunity for Talandracas. Nice head-to-head between Juan Martín Subilla and Martincito Aguirre. Here comes Juan Martín riding Aguirre off the play to leave more time and space to Rufino. Nice assist to link with Juan Martín, and Juan Martín Subilla scoring. A great linking between Juan Martín Subilla and Rufino Benzadon. A great teamwork between number 2 and number 3. And Juan Martín Subilla scoring for the third time today to make it 5-1. We have seen some very good goals during the first match between Eso and Telu. And now, wow, what a nice play between Rufino and Juan Martín, who ended up finishing the play in the best possible way for Talandracas. And now Hughes. No, it was Rufino actually. The marking by Martin Aguirre. Still Rufino trying to pick it up and coming to clean the play was Juan Martin Subia. Here comes Juan Martin, chased and challenged there by Oli Cork. Juan Martin Subia, nice turning by the player from Trenkelauken. The assist there to link with Hughes coming here. Here comes Hughes to add one more, and the saving by Martin Aguirre with the backshot on the near side. Now Patrick Maleiske, challenged by Rufino, trying to pick it up. Now on the near side, and now Rufino again. Nice pressure by the Argentine player. Here comes Rufino Benzadon entering the danger zone. Great angle by Rufino Benzadon. Wow, what an individual action. What a breakaway by Rufino Benzadon to extend the lead for Talandracas to make it 6-1. After having stolen that ball, he managed to make an amazing turning and an amazing play to score. And now it's 6-1 in favor of Talandracas, and Rufino getting used to use the pink colors, the same that he will be using during the Argentine season. And now back to the center to resume the play. A strong start by Talandracas. Juan Martin Subia showing all his polo. Here he comes, chased by Patrick Maleiske. The ball stays in behind, and now Rufino Benzadon. But first there was Oli Koch changing the line and linking very well with Martin Aguirre. Here comes Martincito, taking his time on him. It's going to be Juan Martin Subia. Juan Martin trying to block Martincito's shot. The ball passing by, and here comes Patrick Maleiske, who was standing up front. The marking by Rufino. Now Hughes Kaminiak getting there first. Approached also by Martin Aguirre. Now Juan Martin Subia giving some continuity to link with Rufino. The ball stays a little bit short. So very quickly from ball to ball. Here comes Patrick Maleiske. Here comes Patrick taking his time. Nice breakaway by the German player. Now over the marking by Juan Martin Subia. Nice action by Patrick entering the danger zone. The final tapping, another approach. And Patrick Maleiske scoring to close the gap. A very important goal for the men in yellow to cut also the momentum by Talandracas. And there we go with the final approach by Patrick. And now it's 6-2. With still a couple of minutes remaining in this jacket number 2 of a total of 5 that will be played today. Back to the center to resume the play. Henry Fisher and Jason Dixon, the officials today. The third man is Ben Turner. Rufino, nice pickup by Rufino Benzadon. Following that throw in, and here he comes, checking to see how far his opponents were. Here comes Rufino Benzadon looking for a new one. He wants to add one more for Talandracas, and Rufino Benzadon scores to make it 7-2. 7-2 to Talandracas following this goal by Rufino Benzadon. Here again from behind the posts. Rufino scores, and now it's 7-2. Nice action there by Benzadon, by Rufino, showing all his speed once he won the ball in the throw-in. And now Daniel Deisler in the front trying to pick it up, but at the end it was Juan Martin Subia. Talandracas looking to score one more, looking for a new difference in the score. Juan Martin Subia from an open angle, the ball passing by, and it ended up going wide to the right hand side. And Shockemohle will be resuming from the back. We're watching a very powerful Talandracas in this first half. And here comes the Shockemohle scorer so far, Patrick Maleiske, to the left hand side to link with Martin. Martincito Aguirre with a long approach, and Patrick Maleiske, who was coming from behind, trying to pick it up. Here comes Patrick entering the play, the approach, another tapping. Here comes Patrick, still a very long approach. I don't think he will be getting there to pick it up. The ball goes over the back line, and Talandracas will be resuming from the back very quickly. Look, the flagman puts the ball there to resume the play, but firstly came the final bell of checker number 2 here at PGH 1 at the Polo Club du Domaine de Chantilly. Talandracas, title holders Talandracas, are on the lead 7-2 over Shockemohle. After break, we'll be back from Chantilly with checker number 3. Here we are back in Chantilly, ready to enter checker number 3. A very strong start by Talandracas, 7-2 into the third checker before reaching the halftime. Talandracas playing on pink, Shockemohle on yellow. There we are with Oli Cork and Martina Aguirre. And Talandracas will be resuming from the back. Checker number 2 came to an end with the ball going over the back line following an attack by Patrick Malaiske. Here we are with Carminiacs, Edouard and Hughes. Here we are at field PGH 1, Patrick Guerrin Hermes 1, Niklas Johansson, Manu Plaza, Zach Baim there in the back also, getting ready for the contest. Also, Jolly Roger will be part of the main draw of the Open de France following participation in the medium goal season in Soto Grande. They're coming now to the Open de France, raising the level 2 goals from 14 to 16 after having played in Soto Grande in that category. And now Juan Martin ready to resume the play, and the game is on. Juan Martin Subia getting checker number 3 underway. 3 goals today, and also 3 goals by this man Rufino Benzadon. Long approach looking for Edouard Carminiac. Here comes Edouard giving some continuity. Nice approach by Talandracas number 4. Coming from behind to pick that ball was Patrick Malaiske, but firstly Martincito Aguirre. Nice turning by Martin Aguirre. On him was Hughes Carminiac. The ball passing by, stopped in the way by Rufino. Here comes Rufino turning there, chased by Patrick Malaiske, trying to shoot at goal, but the ball stays in behind. And now Oli Cork, challenge there by Juan Martin Suia. And now Patrick Malaiske turning there, challenged by Rufino, trying to find the best angle to continue the play. Here he comes, Patrick Maleski, the ball passing by, looking for Oli Cork, who was taken by Juan Martin Subia, who ended up taking that ball. Nice turning by Subia, and here he comes, Juan Martin Subia. Challenge now by Martin Aguirre. Rufino Benzadon with the approach, the ball passing by, looking for Hughes Kaminiak. The defense there by Patrick Maleski, closing his goal with that back shot on the near side. Now Oli again, challenged by Rufino, who ended up taking it for Talandracas. Here comes Rufino Benzadon, linking with Juan Martin Subia. Great angle by Juan Martin Subia. Juan Martin looking for a new one now on the near side. The final approach, and Juan Martin Subia scoring to extend the lead in favor of Talandracas. Juan Martin with his goal number 4 today to make it 8-2. Now again, the final tapping on the near side, and Subia scores. And now back to the center to resume the play. And the game is now on. In the back of the lineup, Juan Martin Subia, challenged by Oli Cork. Here comes Juan Martin. And Rufino also trying to pick it up. And at the end, it was Juan Martin Subia head-to-head against Oli Cork. The ball passing by, the long-range shot by Juan Martin Subia. And the ball will be going over the back line. And Shockemohle will be resuming from the back. Patrick to the left hand side, the marking by Rufino Benzadon, and now Juan Martin Subia entering the danger zone to score one more time for Talandracas, and Juan Martin Subia scores, but I think there was a whistle. Let's see. Rufino bringing the ball in, Patrick Maleski claiming that he picked the line, then the entry by Juan Martin Subia. And it's going to be a penalty from the spot in favor of yellow, I believe. But let's wait to see the decision by the officials. Yeah, indeed, a good action by Patrick. And now Martin Aguirre resuming the play. The approach there to link with Patrick Maleski. Getting there first was Hughes Kaminiak. Nice back shot on the near side to link with Juan Martin. Here comes Subia, and a very great bonding again with Rufino Benzadon. Here comes Rufino trying to hit that goal from a very long distance. The ball passing by. It's going to stay a little bit short, and it's going to be Martin Aguirre getting there first, taking care of the ball. Here he comes. The approach there from the center to the left hand side, and here he comes, ready to take it all the way to the other end, trying to make a counter-attacking opportunity. Hughes, and now Juan Martin Subia changing the line again. What a back shot on the near side, very well read by Rufino Benzadon. Here comes Rufino after having picked the line. Here comes Rufino Benzadon to add one more for Talandracas. 3, 2, 1, the final hit by Rufino Benzadon, and a new one for Talandracas to extend the lead to make it 9-2. There we go, the back shot by Juan Martin, and then Rufino Benzadon, who's been really accurate today, scoring for the 4th time 4 goals apiece by Rufino and Juan Martin Subia to make it 9-2 halfway through check number 3 before reaching the halftime. And now the game is on. Rufino trying to pick it up. At the end it was taken by Patrick Maleski. Very well picked by Patrick. And now Martin Aguirre. Martin with a long approach looking for Patrick Maleski, but covering the field was Juan Martin Subia getting there first. Here comes Juan Martin Subia turning there when he was approached by Patrick. And here comes Juan Martin taking his time, taking it all the way to the other end. Juan Martin again from the boards to the center, taking his time. Long range shot by Juan Martin Subia looking for Rufino Benzadon. Here comes Rufino Benzadon to add one more for Talandracas. The final tapping by Rufino and Martin Aguirre. Wow, what a saving! Showing all his goalkeeping skills. A great save by Martincito Aguirre when it looked as if Rufino was going to score one more. And here lies a new opportunity for Shockemohle to take it all the way to the other end. Martin changing the line, the angle, and linking with Patrick Maleski. Was waiting for the ball over there. Now Rufino. Rufino Benzadon with a nice turning, assisting Eduard Caminiac, who was running up front. Here comes Eduard looking for his goal, and the saving by Martincito Aguirre one more time. Nice recovery by Martin. Now he's being challenged by Hughes Caminiac. Martin towards the left hand side, looking for Oli Cork. Getting there first is going to be Rufino, but still Oli manages to remain with the ball, and here he comes. Oli Cork, then marking by Rufino, and the pressure remains by Talandracas now. And now Juan Martin Subia trying to find a good positioning to hit at goal. Juan Martin hitting at goal, the ball passing by in excellent direction, and Juan Martin Subia scoring one more time for Talandracas to make it 10-2 just before the end of check number 3. Here again, Juan Martin looking for the best spot to hit at goal and scoring. It's 10-2 to Talandracas. I don't know if there's going to be time enough for one more play. I think we're going to have at least one more play in the checker. Martincito winning it over. Nice angle by Martin Aguirre. The ball passing by, looking for Patrick Maleski. Nice entry by Patrick Maleski to take it all the way into the danger zone. The approach there by the German player to score just before the end of the checker. And Patrick Maleski does it again for the third time. He scores for Shockemohle to close the gap before the end of the first half. There we go, with Patrick scoring for the third time today. And Talandracas into the second half is on the lead, 10-3 over Shockemohle. After the break, we'll be back with check number 4.
unbelievable. I've never been here before. Love it. Such a great atmosphere, so friendly.
What Pierre is doing here with the Polo Club Start is just phenomenal.
Good organization, so you know, it's good polo.
Ready for the finals. Well, cheer up now, ladies and gentlemen. The Pro Polo World Cup 2023. Swiveling, maybe one too much. Raúl, la placer. Gracias, amigo. Y buen viaje.
Here we are back in Shanty, ready to enter the second half. Well, we were taking a look there at some Roda Polo, sponsored by Immobility, of course. So the checker by checker progression 4-1, 7-2, 10-3. The advantage in favor of Talandracas. Title holders Talandracas into the second half of the game. 2 checkers remaining. In the opening game of the day, ESO beat Tedelu 12 goals to 11 following a goal in extra checker scored by Facundo Sola, who was also the most valuable player of the game. And some numbers of the first half here: 10-3 field goals, 9-2 throw-ins 1, 8-5 fouls committed 3-2, penalties 1 out of 2, corners and yellow cards none yet. Some numbers to explain us why Talandracas is on the lead, 10 goals to 3. And I want to take this opportunity to say hi to all the people who is tuning us from around the globe. For instance, in Soto Grande, where they are playing the Copa San Enrique de Guadiaro, and watching us from there, of course, my teammate, colleague, friend Pelu, Gariador, and all the people there following the action of this opening day of the Open de France. And there we see Flaco Gastambide with the last words on Rufino Benzadón here at PGH 1. There we have with Rufino, who scored 4 goals today for Talandracas. Also a good performance by Talandracas number 1, Hughes Kaminiak, both in defense and in attack, scoring one of the goals for his team. And also later today at 5 p.m. local time in France, Emlor and Los Dragones Rouge will be closing day 1 of action of this Open de France, where Talandracas here is on the lead, 10 goals to 3 over Shockemohle, with 2 checkers remaining in the game. Martincito Aguirre here on screen, having a word there by the words just before the start of the second half. And of course, next week we're going to be live from the Jockey Club with the Jockey Club Open. So stay tuned to check the fixtures that will be announced soon. Both the fixtures and the rosters for the Jockey. And then of course later this year Thai Polo will be celebrating the 10th edition of the Thai Polo Cup. So all set to get the second half underway. We're still waiting for Eduard Carmignac to join the lineup for checker number 4 to start. So Talandracas with Hughes Carmignac as number 1, Rufino as number 2, Juan Martín Subilla playing as a number 3, and Eduard Carmignac playing as a number 4. On the other side, Shockemohle has Daniel Deisler on Chelsea number 1, Oli Patrick Malayske and Martin Aguerre, and here we are with the great Eduard Carmignac. And the game is now on. Patrick picking it up on the near side to the offside, turning there over the marking by Eduard Carmignac. Still Patrick, who scored the 3 goals scored by his team today. And now the marking by Rufino Benzadon, 4 goals today. The top scorer so far is Juan Martín Subilla, 5. Rufino again, coming from behind, was Oli Cork, also claiming that he had the right to play that ball was Juan Martín Subilla, but still entering the danger zone was Oli Cork. Here comes Oli, and coming from behind, Juan Martín Subilla, picking it up for Talandracas. Challenge there by Patrick Malayske, and here he comes. Juan Martín from the center to the right hand side. Another approach, the ball passing by, and still Juan Martín Subilla in control of the ball. He will be joining La Ensenada again. Juan Obritos, Alfred Bigatti, Jero del Carril, and him. The same team as in 2021. And now Martin Aguirre from the back. The ball passing by, stopped in the way by Juan Martín. No, the ball passed by, and here comes Patrick Malayske with a good opportunity on the near side to the offside. And now Juan Martín again. Nice pickup, nice recovery by the guy from Trenkelauken. Martin Aguirre positioning himself to hit that goal. The ball passing by, and it will go wide to the left hand side, and Talandracas will be resuming from the back. And on top of it, it's going to be Juan Martín Subilla having a word there with Rufino Benzadon. And here he comes, Juan Martín resuming from the back towards the right hand side to link with Rufino Benzadon. Here comes Rufino. The ball passing by, looking for Hughes Carmignac. Here comes Hughes Carmignac, open to the right hand side. Nice pickup by Talandracas number 1. Challenge there by Martin Aguirre. Here comes Hughes, taking care of the ball. The marking again by Martincito Aguirre. Nice action by Aguirre. And here lies a new opportunity for Shockemohle, ready to take it all the way to the other end. The long range approach by Martin Aguirre, looking for Daniel Deisler, who was standing up front. The ball passing by. Juan Martín Subilla also reaching out for the ball there, open to the left hand side, and now with Rufino. Entering the play at the end was Patrick Malayske. Patrick from a wide angle, and now Juan Martín Subilla running from ball to ball, taking care of the ball, leaving it for Rufino Benzadon. Rufino. The sun coming out again, and this is great news. Here comes Rufino on the near side, challenged and taken by Martin Aguirre, but still Rufino manages to make one more tapping, and Martin at the end turning. Here he comes, Martin Aguirre, taking his time. Challenge there by Rufino. The ball passing by, following that shot by Martin Aguirre. And now it's going to be Juan Martin Subia with the pickup. Juan Martin again with a long approach, looking for Rufino Benzadon, who was open to the right-hand side. And he's going to be challenged by Martin Aguirre. Here comes Rufino, the assist there to link with Juan Martin Subia, who was a little bit open to the right-hand side. The approach at goal by Juan Martin Subia to score one more for Talandracas to make it 11-3. Nice linking once again between these two. The assist by Rufino, the goal by Juan Martin. A whistle there. I think Jason Dixon has just shown someone that needed to change. Let's see. Here we are with Rufino and Juan Martin getting back in the field. Also other players taking the advantage. There we are with Patrick Malaiske. Also with that green t-shirt was Santiago Flaco Gastambide. And here we are with the top scorer today, Juan Martin Subia, 6 goals for Talandracas.
Line up, please. That was a quick change. Stoppage for an injured horse. Throw in here. Yellow's over there. Thank you.
And now the game is on. Martincito Aguirre winning it for the men in yellow. The approach there to link with Patrick Maleski, who was running up from. Here comes Patrick to close the back. But the ball stays in behind. And now Juan Martin Subia turning there. Juan Martin challenged by Patrick Maleski. The long approach by Subia looking for Hughes Kaminiak, who was running up front but getting there first was Martin Aguirre. Nice turning by Martincito. Taking his time, leading the way for Shockemohle. The approach there, the ball passing by, linking with Oli Cork. The ball stays in possession of Juan Martin Subia. Here comes Subia. And now Rufino Benzadon. Juan Martin. Subia with the ball passing by to link with Hughes Kaminiak, who was running up front. Here he comes, Hughes. Nice approach there by Hughes, looking for a new one today. A little bit open to the right hand side. Let's see if he can take one more shot, but the ball goes over the back line and Shockemohle will be resuming from the back. And now resuming the play is Martin Aguirre. Long approach by Martincito, looking for Daniel Deisler, who was running up front, and also for Patrick Malaiski, but getting there first is going to be Hughes Kaminiak. The tail shot there towards the boards, looking for Subia. And now it's going to be Oli Cork, the open back shot by Oli. Looking for Patrick. Nice pickup by the German player. Here comes Malaiski. The marking by Hughes Kaminiak, and now Rufino Benzadon. Here comes Rufino with a long approach. The ball stays a little bit short, and now Martin Aguirre. Martin. The approach there, stopped in the way by Subia. Juan Martin here, looking for Rufino. No, Hughes Kaminiak. Nice entry by Hughes Kaminiak, entering the danger zone. One more approach. The final tapping by Hughes Kaminiak. The goal scored by Talandracas, number 1 for the second time today. And now Talandracas is on the lead. 12 goals to 2. Following that goal by Hughes Kaminiak. when we listen to the final bell of checker number 4 here at PGH. Number 1, Talandracas are on the lead, 12 goals to 3 over Shockemohle. After the break, we'll be back from Chantilly with checker number 5.
Pourquoi 8 hommes sur 10 préfèrent le déodorant Men Expert Carbon Protect? Avec 3 fois plus d'actifs antitranspirants, il combat odeur, humidité, bactéries, traces et il sèche en un clin d'œil. Pour 48 heures de protection. Carbon Protect de L'Oréal Men Expert. Vous le valez bien.
Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Form is nothing other than emptiness, and emptiness is also nothing other than form.
Here we are back in Chantilly, ready to enter checker number 5, Talandracas, with a very strong debut so far in this Open de France. Here in screen, the last play of checker number 4, Hughes Camignac, scoring to extend the lead in favor of his team. Talandracas leading 12 goals to 3. A war there between Rufino and Jason, wondering in which language. Both really know the other man's language. So 12-3 to Talandracas, entering checker number 5. I wonder if... No, sorry. I'm sure that everybody at El Tilo are following this game of Talandracas. 4-1, 7-2, 10-3, 12-3 into checker number 5. El Tilo is the breathing and the operation by the Benzadons. So now, all set to get checker number 5 on the way. Talandracas will be attacking to the left-hand side of your screens. And Shockemohle will be attacking to the right-hand side at least until the first goal of the checker is scored. Oli Cork trying to pick it up and coming from behind also was Patrick Maleski, but a good recovery there by Oli Cork, who's looking for his first one today. Oli. Challenge there by Juan Martin Subia. Also coming from behind was Hughes Camignac. Patrick Maleski entering the danger zone on the near side. The marking by Rufino Benzadon. Rufino with a long approach, looking for for Eduard Camignac, who was standing up front. Nice pickup by Eduard. Now a second attempt, but coming to pick it up at the end was Martin Cito Aguerre. Nice turning by Aguerre. Martin from a long distance looking for Patrick Maleski, picked in the way by Rufino Benzadon. Here comes Rufino. The pickup towards the boards, turning there. Here he comes, Rufino Benzadon linking with Juan Martin. Juan Martin Subia with a strong approach. The ball passing by. A good recovery now by Oli Cork. Here comes Oli. Turning there, challenged by Hughes Camignac, and now Aguerre. Here comes Martin. Martincito Aguirre open to the left hand side, a long range shot looking for Patrick Malayski. Nice opportunity for Shockemohle now. Here comes Patrick to score one more time for his team. The approach at goal, and Patrick Malayski scoring for the fourth time today to close the gap, to make it 12-4. Here again, Patrick, the final tapping, and the goal by Malayski to close the gap. Remember everybody that at 5 p.m. local time in France, 4 p.m. in the UK, 12 p.m. in Argentina, will be live with the closing game of the day between Emblor and Los Dragones Rouge. Will be commentated by my friend and colleague John Kent. When we saw there the approach by Rufino Benzadon, blocked by Oli Cork, but I think he ended up blocking it with his back. Here again. Wow, that must have hurt for sure. Let's see if there's going to be a drop ball. If the umpires decide that the ball must go now to Shockemohle, a throw-in, let's wait for the decision. And there's going to be a penalty. I didn't get to see what happened at the end, but there's going to be a penalty in favor of Talandracas, and here comes Hughes Carmignac to take it, and with a little bit of suspense, but it ended up going in. It counts the same, and Hughes Carmignac extends the lead in favor of his team. Goal number 3 today for Hughes Carmignac. A penalty too, taken from 30 yards. And a new one for Talandracas, 13-4. Back to the center to resume the play. And now Rufino picking it up in the lineup. Here comes Rufino Benzadon looking to add one more in favor of Talandracas. Rufino Benzadon chased by Oli Cork, entering the danger zone. Another approach by Benzadon. The final tapping, and a new one scored by Rufino Benzadon to extend the lead in favor of Talandracas, adding a total of 5 goals today. Rufino Benzadon to make it 14-4 into the final minutes of this game. Still half a checker remaining here at PGH 1, and as we mentioned before, 5 p.m. will be live with Emblor making their debut against Los Dragones Rouge, who are coming from Deauville. Emblor following a medium goal season in England. And now Rufino again. Challenged by Oli Cork, and now Patrick Malayski. Nice pick up by the German player over the midfield line. Going forward, and now Martin Aguirre picking it up for Shockemohle. Martincito taking his time. Chased by Hughes Carmignac. Nice angle, nice breakaway by Martin Aguirre. A little bit open to the left-hand side, taking his time, trying to enter the danger zone. The final approach by Martin Aguirre, and Martincito Aguirre scores to close the gap. His first one today. Nice action, nice individual play by Martin Aguirre. And now it's 14-5 in favor of Talandracas, the defending champions, who are showing a very strong side once again. Difficult to say who's going to be the MVP today, huh? What do you reckon? Martin, in the back of the lineup, picking it up again for Shockemohle, looking to add one more. The approach from a long range, the ball passing by, looking for Oli Cork, trying to take it, and coming from behind is gonna be Martin Aguirre. One tap, two taps, the final tap by Martin Aguirre to score back to back for Shockemohle to close the gap again. 14-6. The long range shot by Martin Aguirre. The ball wasn't taken by none of the defenders there, so he ended up picking up that loose ball to score with less than 2 minutes remaining. Talandracas is winning 14-6. Rufino Benzadon, the marking by Oli Cork. The ball stays in behind, and now Martin Aguirre with a new pickup, a little bit open now to the right hand side. Challenged by Juan Martin Zubia, taking his time. Martincito sending a good assist to link with Patrick Maleiske. Nice entry by Maleiske. The final tapping, and now Juan Martin Zubia taking care of this one. Changing the angle. Zubia ready to take a shot. A whistle when Martin Aguirre was approaching Juan Martin. And the foul called against Shockemohle here again. The turning by Juan Martin, ready to take another shot. The foul call against Martin. So now we're going to the center of the field, I believe, for a 5B. We are reaching the end of the second game today, following the opening win by ESO over Tedelu, thanks to a goal in extra checker scored by Facundo Sola. Here we are with title holders Talandracas looking to score a debut win. Juan Martin from a long range, looking for Hughes Caminiac or even for Eduard, who was coming from behind. A good marking there by Oli Cork. Oli challenged by Hughes Caminiac, who was coming from behind. The tapping on the near side, and now Juan Martin Zubia. Juan Martin Zubia from a long range, looking to add one more, and Juan Martin Zubia scoring once again in the last move of the game here, positioning himself, taking a long range hit, and the goal by Juan Martin. There won't be time for one more play, and Talandracas will be emerging victorious. There we go with the final bell today. Talandracas, title holders, Talandracas have started their defense of the title in the best possible way. They beat Shockemohle 15-6 in the second game of the opening match day of the Open de France. 7 goals by Juan Martin Zubia. The tracker by tracker progression: 4-1, 7-2, 10-3, 12-3, 15-6 in favor of the pink jersey team here at PGH 1. There on screen, Hughes Caminiac, 3 goals today by Talandracas number 1. And Talandracas showing that they will be one of the top contenders once again. So some of the best goals today: Rufino here scoring. Rufino, who ended up scoring a total of 5 for Talandracas. And now to the other side. In this case, Hughes Caminiac scoring his first goal of the day, with the amazing backdrop here at Chantilly. Always all the trees and this magnificent forest outside Chantilly, and half an hour away from Paris. Patrick Maleiske, who scored a total of 4 for his team, and then Rufino, one of the best in his comeback to Talandracas in his second consecutive year in the team, with a total of 5 goals today. Final numbers: field goals 13 and 5, throw-ins 1, 11 and 10, fouls committed 3 and 4. A very clean match, definitely. Penalties 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4 for Talandracas, 1 out of 2 for Shockemohle. No corners, no yellow cards. To explain why, Talandracas has emerged victorious by a 9-goal difference against Shockemohle in their debut in this 2023 Open de France. So, on behalf of the Polo Line TV crew, my name is Andrés Ugarte. Thank you for having joined us today. We'll be back in around 1 hour time. That will be at 5 p.m. local time in France, with the last game of the day, where Emblor and Los Dragones Rouge will be taking on the field. Till then,